Hello, once again, 14 Silver X here, back, and we were adding multiplayer to our first-person shooter. Last time, we got two ships. They can fly around, and they both can shoot. Not each other. And our ship is colliding, it's gaining health, except this one's losing health. And so we just have to fix a lot of things. So, first off, my cat would move from in front of my screen. Alright, so, in the draw event, we have a rectangle here, and this is color black, so we want the green one, and we have 20, and we're going to put the 20 minus the quantity of all of this. And that didn't work, that reduced it by half. Hold on. Because it kept on increasing when we wanted it to decrease. So this causes it to increase. We want it to divide by health 2 divided by 100. So 1 is 100. So that's 20 over 1. So then when health is 50, it's 20 over 0.5, which should be 10. So it should be going down, but it's not. Why is it not going down? And here I forgot to put in health 2. So I'm just going back through here making sure I didn't mess up anything. Okay, let me try this again. Why? Alright. So there's a problem here, and is pissing me off. Okay, so we have our initial value of 20 divided by health 2 over 100. So when our health is 100, it's equal to 20, and that's the starting value. So when our health goes down, so if our health goes down, so we lose our health, and our health goes down to 50. 50 divided by 100 is 1/2. So 20 divided by... Wait a second. So 50 over 100 is 1/2. 20 over... Oh, I see. To think I just... came back from something about math. Okay, you have to multiply it for it's a fraction. And because it's a fraction, and it's... There we go. Okay. Alright, so now our health bar goes down. And all I had to do was change the divide to a multiply. And... So now we should have level ups and shield for our other player. Let me go back here and check. See if we have that. So our health goes down without affecting. And our player cannot break anything, but they blow up quite nicely. And they reappear back into the room. Alright, so let's make our player do some damage. So let's go back to our Space Rock event. All you have to do is duplicate this for a collision with our shot 4. It destroys other, creates explosion for the rock. Good, good, good. And here, if you had two separate scores, this is where you would change the score to changing the score from just the regular score to the score 2. My cat is back. Nope. And another thing, some of our enemies will continue to follow player 1. We want them to follow some random player when they start off, or one of the two. Creator. Alright, and then we go to our boss. And we're going to duplicate that for player 2. And set the boss health down, except in here we will delete that. And then our score, we will select, nope, not score, control. We'll set health 2 and object player 2 to 0. Because we'll cause them to die. And then here, in our, here with our shot 1, we duplicate that, set it to shot 4. So now both can do damage and run in and die. Isn't that wonderful? Yes, it is. Excuse me. Alright, so now I'll be controlling player 2, and I can blow stuff up, but I cannot pick up power-ups. So now let's pick up power-ups. Alright, so power-ups, duplicate for player 2, and I think we just leave it because player 2 has its own shield. Yes, for the other object. So, go up here, duplicate, collision, player 2, and player 2. Now, back in game, destroy, destroy, and I can level up, B. Now let me pick up. Alright, now you will start to notice when you press certain keys together, other keys won't work. That's, I don't know why that happens. I'm just trying to get a shield right now so I can make sure that the shield of our player works. Why aren't any of them coming to me? I want shield before the boss comes. There you are. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. Did I get it? No. No! And is my health going up when I pick up the health things? I don't know. I'm just trying to stay alive right now. Get a shield. Where is it? Did my health go up? What the? Alright, so now our boss health is green. Oh, I had a shield. Okay, so the shield works. And now our boss's health is green. We're going to have to fix that. Ah! I died. And our buddy died, which means everyone dies. Okay, so we must make some changes here. And yes, for player 2, we don't want their health to go up. We have to delete, control, and other, health 2, 10, relative. Is it 10? No, it's 20. 20 relative. Okay. Okay, now we go back into our boss. We go here to the draw. We're going to set the color before the rectangle so it sets the color to red, and then the rectangle will pop in. Alright, so now we want our enemies to follow like random players, and our shots to go after like a random player as well. So we're going to in the create, all we have to do for this shot is put in the score, no, in the control, put this die here, and we're going to put it on two sides, so it's a 50-50 chance. Copy and paste, move it over here, switch it to player 2. So now there's a 50-50 chance it will either shoot at player 1 or player 2. Now for enemies, this will be more complicated. So what we want to, well, maybe not. So what we want is a create event, and we're going to do the same thing with the die, two sides, and we're going to set follow to either 1 or 2. So this will follow either player 1 or player 2. And so here we put if follow is equal to 1, it will stalk our player 1. And else, copy, paste, move it over, player 2. Then we just copy enemy 3. Our enemy 3 doesn't do that. Alright, so our enemy 3 doesn't follow. So no, we just leave it here, and you just copy it into other enemies that will have similar properties. So now, let's run the game. So I'm going to try to control both. This is you over here. You. Okay. I can't multitask like this. Nope. Oh, God. Where are my controls? There it is. Don't die. I should really care more about player 1 because they're the one that gets the consequence. There we go. If nope. Why? There we go. If they die. Hit it. Nope, it's gonna hit you, you idiot. Ah, move. No, not you. Why? Okay, we're dying. Why are we dying? Because I'm not shooting with the other guy, and I keep on pressing that key over and over again. Stop shooting at me. I am trying. No. Okay, so here's our boss. Ah, and they you. No. Move. Come back down here. Come here. You don't want to be up there. You're going to die. Get away from the wall. Get away from the... Okay, so they... So, here's our problem. At least we know that they're trying to follow player 2, because now we get an error message because player 2 no longer exists. So, what we need is when... You can either have it when a player dies completely, the game ends. Or both players have to die in order for the game to end. And the simple way is to just have if one player dies, because all you have to do is open up player 2, then go into player 1, and in the step when your health... Nope, undo. No. What? Go back here. And in the when you die, when your lives are smaller than 0, just copy that. Lives are equal to 0. We already have the recycle bin, so paste. Delete. Alright, so that's how you do it, just if one player dies. And then, yeah, if you want to do it where both players have to die, you have to, you probably want to make a new object call it, I don't know, whatever you want, that checks for the number of players, and of like player 1s and player 2. And that variable will link to the following enemies and shots, telling them to ignore everything about like following stuff, and yeah. So what you want to do, if you want to do it that way, is you have to get rid of these, and then our player can't come back, and you'll have to borrow lives, and then it just gets complex. So you'd have to get rid of those. You'd have to make a separate object. So let me just see if I can do this. Save my game. Going to copy, cut actually. I'm going to make a new object called end. It checks if the game is ending. And step, paste. This will check instant count player 1 is equal to 1, or actually is equal to 0. Then we check count here for player 2 is equal to 0. So once both of those are equal to 0, it will fulfill the end of game thingy. Alright, so then we're going to check also if object of player 1 is equal to 0. We set, I don't know, P1 dead. I'm just going to put P1D as a yet 1 for yes. Create P1D is 0 because player 1 is not dead, and P1D, no, P2D, so he's still alive. Copy, paste, move, P2D, player 2. Alright, and then we go to our enemy 4 here, and let's see. So here it'll go there, and follow 1 is here. Then we have to check an object end about the P1D. So player 1 has to be alive, so 0, in order for it to do its following maneuver thing. So you do that, and I'm just going to copy, paste, and close. And then here we're going to say P2D. Then we have to set it to move, actually, because, so if that is false, so then follow 1, then here, and then you put an else, and you set follow to 2. So then it will start following player 2 because now player 1 is dead. And here we'll put an else. Follow will be equal to 1 because player 2 is dead. And when they're both dead, I'm counting on the high score thing to show up before it just goes crazy. And then it'll just probably spam out on its own. Shot 3 is more difficult, in a sense, but we can set it if P1D is alive or is dead. So if player 1 is dead, it'll copy, paste, it'll automatically follow player 2. And then else, it will check for player 2. Copy, paste, player 2 dead, and player 1. No, player 2, that's right. And here we put it to player 1. So this, and then we put an else. Alright, so if I did this correctly, it says if player 1 is dead, move towards player 2. Box this out too. So if player 1 is alive, you go here and you check, is player 2 dead? And if player 2 is dead, it will move towards player 1 either way. Or actually, we just do exit. Once we know that our player is alive, we can just exit. And then here, same thing. Put up blocks around it and put the exit. So it just skips this. So then if both are alive, so if he's alive, it'll check if player 2 is alive. Or if he's dead, then it'll just move. If he's alive, it'll go to else. If he's dead, it'll move. If he's alive, then it'll choose in between two of them. And that should work. So I'm going to save the game. And let's run it. And I'm going to be playing as player 1, and I will leave player 2 to die. So yeah, that is our game. If you have any questions or anything else you want to see put into this game, or something that I didn't do that you wanted to see, just please post a comment. Also about what game you want to see next, because I haven't gotten a comment on that yet. And then we could start making that game. Yeah. And yeah. So I'm going to play until I die. Alright. So now, here we have un problema. So, error in action number 2 of create event for object shot 3. It does not, oh, oops, dummy smack. What am I talking about? So, P1D. It will check in the object end. You have to always relate all these P1D stuff to end. Alright. Okay, and check an enemy 4 that I'm relating to P1D. An end, correct, an end, yes. Alright, now it should work. And to not waste any more time, I'm going to speed up this room. Yippee, run. Where's my full screen? There we go. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully I won't get an error message. If I do, I will continue this in the next video. So yeah, I'm not getting any more error messages right now. I'm trying to heal, We lost. Why did we lose? So there is still a problem containing our game, and it occurred when our slacker here died. So I will cover all of this in our next video when I try to solve it out. Don't forget to save your game. Please subscribe. If you are subscribed, thank you for subscribing, and I will see you next time.